Good morning. I was trying to figure out what my topic of conversation should be today, but oh my goodness, my hair is just unruly today. My little tiny dreadlocks have become quite large, and I have one over here. My husband was laughing at me yesterday. It is, where is it at? About 3 inches long. It's so short. It's a little chubby thing, but this part doesn't count because it's not dreaded. That's not it. This one right here. It's this long. It's like less than 6 inches long. And this one on top, I just realized is getting shorter and shorter too. But every time I wash them, they shrink. The ends that are light are getting more light because those light hairs are all clumping up. You can see that's like S curving going on in there. Anyways, yep, it's been fun. I asked him, I said, so how long do you think they'll last? He goes, I'll give you 2 years max. I'm like, okay. I said I was shooting for 10, maybe longer. Maybe, when I turn 50 or something, I'll cut them off, but who knows? I'm enjoying them. So it's been kind of fun. This summer, I'm trying to wash my hair at least every other day because I can have them down and let them dry. And it's not so bad, but we'll see what happens. It's a lot. My little bitty one over here is still pretty cute. It's still teeny tiny, but it's definitely starting to knot up and lock up. We'll see if it ends up just a little short little nub or something. I'm not doing anything with them. You could say I'm just leaving them alone to let them go natural or be wild, and I'm kind of over the lumps and bumps and I'm trying to work through them. I'm trying to just ignore them and leave them be and let them do what they're going to do. It is a common problem when you have really long hair and you first start dreadlocking it to get the bumps and bubbles. I mean, my hair that right there is about 10 inches long used to be more than double that. And like these little ones in the back are really short. Got the long one still, but it's pretty untamable right now. I don't like to put headbands on because then it gets all flat, especially when it's wet. And I don't really care for headbands. And these two just want to go straight out. As they're still wet. As they dry, they kind of flatten down. And I'll put them up in a ponytail eventually. But yeah, hair check-in. It's fun. Hopefully we'll go hiking today. I worked in the yard yesterday and I asked my husband to pick the trees out of my hair because I was trimming bushes. And he got the big parts, and then I went into the shower this morning and I looked down, there's like bunches and bunches of stuff up in here. Like, oh, he didn't even try. So I have to make sure and get the wildlife out of my hair before I wash it. And yeah, I had my granddaughter and grandson yesterday, and she's 3 months old and she's spitting up and stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, no, I can't have spit up in my hair. That would be disgusting. So had to be really careful with that, but she's okay. We got through it. So I run my fingers through my hair loosely like this a lot. I probably should quit doing it, but it gives me a chance to separate all the dreadlocks so they don't, oh, that one's really fat. So they don't stick together with those stray hairs. I do have less of the stray hairs. I'm noticing that over in here I used to have quite a few just like wild loose hairs, and they're not there anymore. See right there, you can see it. That one's joined up right there. So it's not tight, but they're where they're supposed to be. And there's a few loose ones there. They'll join up to one of these right in here. And as long as they join up to the right one, I leave them alone. That's not the evenest part, but it's a part. And I kind of go through and separate them, make sure there's no congoing going on because I don't want them any bigger than they already are. I kind of wanted them smaller than this, but as they grow, we'll see how they do. It's mostly just the big clumps from all the hair matting up. I don't think they'll be that big once they get going. I think it's because I did do some of the different styles of locking it up with the why can I never remember what that's called? I don't remember what it's called. I think it's interlocking. It is interlocking. With the interlocking where you split it and shove it through the hole and flip it, and it makes these tight spots. And if you look, right here's a tight spot, and then underneath that tight spot is all these lumpy bumpies. So if I wouldn't have done that, I don't know if they would just be more mellow, or because see, some of them, like this one, doesn't have any lumpy bumpies, but I think I left it alone. I didn't do any of that interlocking with it. So this one's really short too. That one's messy. That one's awful. There's some loose hairs right there. But they'll join up. I tried to keep the ones around my face smaller, but the ones on top went big. But these ones down here definitely are smaller, and these ones I can tuck around my ears because I tuck them behind my ear a lot just to get them out of my face. When my hair was long, it was always up, long and straight. When my hair is short, it seems like I leave it down a lot more. When I'm working in the yard or sweating and stuff, I do want it out of my face and up, so I do throw it up for that. But yeah, just checking in, seeing how the day is gonna go, and doing a hair check. Have a great day. Here's to healthier, happier you and me.